You're rolling? Okay, here we go. Bill Jones here in Oxnard with the Cowboys, joined by one of the newest Cowboys players, Joe Milton. Take me back to early April when you found out that the Cowboys have acquired you in a trade. What was your reaction?
Man, first I was waking up. I was actually just now waking up that morning, and I get a call from the GM for the Patriots telling me I was being traded. And then at that moment, I knew it was like kind of like surreal, and I was just like, man, I already know who it is too. And at that moment, I just kind of ran around the house. I was there with my best friend, Hendon Hooker, so I kind of just ran to his room and was like, it happened. And he was like, what you mean? I was like, I got traded, bro. And that was pretty much it, man. And we kind of just went out to breakfast that morning, and that was pretty much it. Got a workout in. Yeah.
You know, that's pretty cool. Best friend Hendon Hooker, when you were teammates at Tennessee together for a couple of years, and you actually won the starting quarterback job. You get hurt, Hendon takes over, and then he was successful, and so for the next couple of years, and then you finally got your opportunity. Speaks
crazy.
to coming here to Dallas. Are you already Dak's best friend?
Most definitely, man. Dak's, man, you know, I really didn't know much about him before I came here. Obviously, I've seen him play before. My mom was a big Cowboys fan, so I seen him play before, but it was kind of more of like, I didn't know what type of person he was. I met him one time, like ever before this, and it was just kind of like a quick little 5-second meet and greet, and that was pretty much it. But man, he's a great person, man, great leader. I didn't expect to come here and get, taught the way that I'm being taught, the way that they connect with me, just the way that they approach the day about my situation, and just the way that Dak just handles everything. He's always on time. He's always the first one in the building, always the last one to leave, and that says a lot about him. And a lot of people, you go around and you hear about their quarterback, and they be saying, oh, they the first person in the building, last person in the building, and that's not true, but he really lives by that, and he always have a plan.
And he was even like that as a rookie coming in here in 2016. And this is a big part of leadership, is engaging with teammates.
Right.
And whether it's on the defensive side, offensive side, whatever, you're learning that from him, right?
Absolutely, man. It all just takes it in. I don't think I could have been in another better situation than this. I got drafted to the Patriots. I did what I had to do there, but at the same time, coming here was probably the best move of my career.
How big is that 6th round chip on your shoulder, though?
Man, I think about it every day, but I don't let it get the best of me, just because I'm here and I like being where my feet is, and that's just being in the moment.
You got an opportunity in the regular season finale last year against Buffalo, and you excelled and probably opened some eyes around the league, obviously here in Dallas as well. What were your feelings after getting on the field and having that kind of early success? What did that do for you?
Well, first I'm going to say this. I wish during that moment after the game, I felt like I wish we had 2 more quarters. Just because that was only my first game that I ever played in the NFL, and before I got drafted, I always just told myself, my question to myself was, am I allowed to play in the NFL? And when I say that, it's more of am I good enough? And I asked myself that. I'm very confident within my abilities and myself, so I have a lot of self-talk, and I'm big on that. So it's more of dang, can we have 2 more quarters? I really want to see, can I do it? And shoot, that game was good, but I don't feel like that was my best.
One of the signature moments of that game was the backflip.
Yeah.
Okay. How in the world does a human being do a backflip? For someone who's never thought it would never be capable of doing a backflip, how in the world do you do that?
Man, my dad taught me that when I was 3. So I can be honest, I landed on my head probably 4 times in my life by doing it. And when my dad used to get out of the car when I was little, he used to get out the car, just get out his pickup truck, get on top of the pickup truck and just hit a backflip. And it was always just so surprising to me and so shocking. So he bought us a trampoline from my grandmother's house. He built it up, he built the trampoline, set it up, and then one day he was just flipping on the trampoline constantly. And I was just like, Dad, can you teach me how to do a backflip? And he'll put me on the trampoline, just start flipping me. And then I started learning how to do it on the trampoline. And then one day he flipped out the trampoline. I did it right after him, I landed it. And then ever since then, I used to, when I was younger, I used to do more than this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do like 8 in a row.
Have you done a backflip out here yet?
Yeah, I did probably 3 so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
got
like a daily occurrence for you now,
Yeah,
huh?
I got to save it for the season though.
You know, the other thing that I noticed as a daily occurrence is I've watched you when you come on the field, you stop, you take a knee for it seems like the longest time.
For sure.
You are so grateful you're here. aren't you?
Absolutely. And I think about that every day, every night. Just how grateful I am, where I come from, my situation, growing up in a 2-bedroom with 8 people. It's a lot. And, you know, just coming here, and like a lot of people from Pahokee would never even thought that I would have made it this far. And like from my instance, like people from my small town growing up, they was like, oh, you're not gonna make it, you're not gonna make it. So it just give me the chip on my shoulder that I have today, and it grows it. So it just, even like with the kids that's back in Pahokee, it's just like playing for them as well, you know, just because, you know, you don't go to, like, scouts don't go to Pahokee and recruit for football or basketball or school. They're not going to get no other opportunity for school and basketball. It's really just mainly football.
You've been a quarterback all your life, but I understand you love playing the drums.
Yes,
right?
yeah, yes.
You ever want to be a drum major?
Not a drum major.
But your favorite movie is what?
Drumline.
There you go.
Yeah, I can do a lot of snare drum plays. I can play the snare drum pretty good, the quads, the tenor drum. So I actually was in the band in Pahokee for 3 years.
Were you one of those wearing a football uniform in the band on the field?
They wouldn't let me do that. I couldn't. My pride was too big for that moment. My pride was too big. I'll be honest. My pride was too big.
And then you're big into video games, I know.
Yes, absolutely.
Coach Schottenheimer said that you were recruiting him to
Yeah, I'm trying to
be a
get him on
sponsor?
that Call of Duty. I play a lot of Warzone because I feel like playing the game as a football player, I don't watch sports. So when I play the game, it allows me to, you know, disconnect from the outside world. From, you know, people don't get on the game and talk about football. When they do, only time it does that is when I let fans play the game. Sometimes they say, "Oh, Joe, I have a question." And sometimes I may answer, but I tell them straight up, like, I don't want to talk about football right now, because once them bullets flying in that game, you start running. You got to put on plates. You got to stem. You got to do whatever it takes to, you know, stay alive. So.
Finally, you look at this team, the talent out here right now. What expectations do you have this year?
Expectation, I think we just gotta, you know, be better than yesterday, and I think that goes for every day. I think our expectations are, you know, just always win a Super Bowl, be a real champion. But you know, just that start from day in, day out. What you do from after this mock walkthrough to, you know, in the morning. What did you do to prepare yourself for the next day? And I think that goes a long way. Your effort, being able to finish, giving it your all, and that's just also believing in one another. And that's why I think being out here is a great time and a great place, because we're so close and we're around each other 24/7, and we're allowed to grow that bond that we have.
All right, Joe Milton, Cowboys quarterback. Bill Jones here with the Cowboys in Oxnard.